Hello, welcome to video number 2. I'm just heading over to Keeper Hill. I was over there yesterday marking the course, just over 10 miles, and if you're watching this video it means I didn't get injured, so that's good. I got the hard runs out of the way, so it should get a bit easier from here on in, hopefully, if we don't have too many niggles. So in terms of mileage, it's been pretty poor this week because I did 10-12 hour shifts in the last 12 days, so I didn't have much time off to do anything, just the usual kind of 10k's around work. I did 10 by 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, at around 10k pace, just watching the heart rate, keeping it in zone 4 on the Garmin, and there are things that I'll build on over the next couple of weeks. Obviously the sessions will get longer, the paces then will probably get slower, as long as I keep it in the range I want. I usually aim for about 160 beats per minute. I never got a lactate test. Like, you kind of guessed it the last time. I know you can't really guess it, but I look back over my old marathons and stuff and my old training, and you know, when you type in like your kind of estimated VO2 max, it gives you kind of a general idea, or it's your maximum heart rate. So for me, it's like around 185 beats per minute. So I think threshold is like something around 155 beats to, I think, about, you know, maybe 165, something like that. But I kind of settled on the 160 anyway, the 160 beats, and I used that kind of guide for London. And when I did 13 miles at marathon pace 2 weeks out from London, my average heart rate was about 156 beats, so I had a couple of beats to spare on where I thought I didn't want to go over in my training, and it definitely helped me run 2:29, because when I did a low 114.5 in training, and my heart rate stayed nice and straight for the whole session, like, and that's something that you need to look out for in your marathon training. You definitely want to be, you know, staying in that kind of comfortable zone for as long as you can, because, you know, they say like a marathon's 20-mile warm-up in a 6-mile race, and if your heart rate is starting to climb up exponentially, you know, it means you're obviously working too hard, and, you know, maybe the pace is too hot. You know, that's if you're going out on a flat course. If you're not, then, you know, you still need to go by effort, like, and readjust. I never got a lactate test or VO2 max test. I just kind of, I did it the hard way. I figured it out myself, what I think it's at, and I'll probably get a test down the line just to see how right or wrong I was, you know. But it worked for London, and I'm gonna try it again. I use my watch. You can do a lactate threshold test on your watch, and it gives you, after you do that, then it gives you your zones. So obviously don't do it on a track, because the track is gonna make you probably, it thinks that you're actually going faster than you're not. You know, a mile on the track will probably add 15 seconds on, like, and obviously your heart rate's going to be a lot lower, and it thinks then you're a lot faster than what you are, so it ends up making your zones a lot higher, and then you end up training wrong, like in the wrong zone. So that's something that you need to watch out for. Like, even if you're using your Garmin and you're not if you're not doing a flat kind of you know, a place with good GPS, your watch is going to make you look like you're going faster, and all that data then that your watch keeps taking, it thinks you're either getting faster, or if you're running up and doing a mountain run and you have your watch set to run, and you're going up a hill and your heart rate is sky high and your pace is low, your watch thinks you're going backwards, like you think this guy is, you know, getting slower. It's just taking that data and it's trying to, you know, do something with it. So if you're definitely do mountain runs, or if you're running on the track, don't use run on your watch. Use hike, or use mountain run, or change it to something else anyway. You know, because really, if you're running around the track anyway, you know, it's measured perfectly. Like, you should never really have to go by pace. You should be all by time. So if you're doing a certain session, just make sure you know what time the laps are supposed to be, and then just tick them off like that. I wouldn't worry about pace on a track. And obviously, like I said, your watch thinks you're going a lot faster, like, so don't have the run on, and that way then when it takes all these run dynamics and puts them all together. It's giving you back legitimate information, and that's how you can kind of get the most out of your watch. I use it anyway, and I normally reset my watch at the start of kind of a training block, and that way then, you know, it's giving me proper feedback, and you know, it tells you if you're peaking, overtraining and all that, like. And I never really took notice of that, to be honest, but definitely the main thing for me is keep my heart rate nice and steady for when I do my 16 at marathon pace now 3 weeks out from Chicago. I'm going to be looking for a nice smooth heart rate, or even just a very little kind of rise in it. You know, that means that I'm in the sweet spot of my training, and if I can do 16 at marathon pace and the heart rate is not climbing exponentially, it means I'm in good shape as well. And that's the only thing I'm going to watch out for now between now and the next couple of weeks. And when I'm racing today, like today it's going to be hard. Like it's 10 miles, it's just over 10 miles of a race in Keeper Hill, but it's probably going to be like 10k effort for the 10 mile race, if that makes any sense, because it's going to be so hard. Like, you know, I'm not even going to look at heart rate today. It's just going to be rated all the way up, and coming down then you're going to be doing like close to 5k pace, like, so it's going to be a tough race, and I'm going to use today as my long run. The session during the week then was 10 by 2 minutes, 1 minute off, and I'd call that my Lactate Threshold test. So I'm just watching the heart rate, making sure that I'm not going into red on my watch, which is zone 5, and when I'm having my 1 minute off, then obviously I'm not dropping the pace completely, I'm just keeping it nice, and what that is doing then is getting the lactate into the legs, and then it's clearing it again, and the more efficient you get at that, obviously you're going to improve your lactate threshold, and that's what I want to do, because that's what marathon running is all about really for me. Obviously small miles this week, like, but I'm not going to worry, to be honest, though, because when I started training for Limerick, I was only doing like a 12-week kind of training block, because I have loads of races and I have a good base, so I'm not really worrying about building up crazy miles at the start. If anything, I just want to get fresh now. So sometimes when you get days like that where you don't get the miles in, you know, you just have to you know, be thankful that you're going to be a little bit fresher for it. If anything, like, you know, I wouldn't get hooked up on sticking to plans and stuff, because I can't follow a plan. You know, the last plan I followed was the P&D 55 mile plan when I was training for London in 2018, and that was a good plan. I borrowed a book off my friend Brendan in work, Advanced Marathoning, and if you want to read like the theory and science kind of about running, that's a good book to start off with, and there's some great plans on as well. And I'd probably follow on if I wasn't working a crazy shift, but the way my shift works is, like, you know, I have to kind of do 2 hard runs back to back and things like that, because just to get the miles in between shifts, and you wouldn't be able to do that. Like if you had a coach or whatever and he was telling you and you were following me, he'd probably tell you like you're crazy or whatever. So that's the only thing I can do, and look, I get some results out of it. Like obviously if I had a proper structure, I could probably potentially run a faster marathon time, but I don't really, it doesn't bother me at all, because I know like that I can still get some good runs out of what I do at the moment. Like, so I'm not getting hung up on it, you know. With regards to, you know, doing the hill runs then as well, like if you're training for one discipline like marathons, like I just stick to the marathons if you want to run a fast marathon, but I like hill running, so that's why I don't really go all in on the roads, because I want to be able to switch back and forth, and that's why I don't really go and do too much like road stuff all the time. I always mix it up, like, and I just enjoy it more, and that's what it's all about. I don't have any like I never get a day where I say I don't want to go, like, because I always mix up. I always have lots of variety, and that's one of the good things about hill running, like, because, you know, road running, it can get boring, like, and with the hill running, you know, different scenery and obviously nicer scenery, and even if you're running in the rain or whatever, you just put on a rain jacket and it's actually a lot nicer to run around the hills and stuff. So there are things that help me get out when motivation might be a bit low, and I'd recommend anyone like doing it to go out and run more Irish mountain running races, and you'll definitely enjoy it, like, and, you know, I might see you down the line at a few races. Anyway, like I said, week 1, poor enough mileage. I'm still getting over the Munster race, which was hard enough, like, you know, running through a couple of bogs and stuff. And there's a great video of that actually. Paul Tierney has it on YouTube. I'll put the link there in the comments. Paul's a good trail runner himself, like, and he was ideally positioned next to that bog, so he knew what was coming. So check out that video if you want to see a couple of runners, me included, running through a bog. And one of the prizes for winning that race was actually a 1 hour sports massage. We had an Aoife Fitzgerald sports massage in Raheen there, and I went there Friday, and my legs feel a lot fresher for that today, so thanks Aoife for that. And I definitely recommend that for runners. If you never get sports massages, like I usually get one off my friend Owen as well, he lives near me, and it's really beneficial, like, you know, if your legs are getting beat up from all these long runs and all these mountain runs, you definitely need to get someone to have a look at them and give them a rub every now and again, because it'll definitely help you, like, and it'll prevent injuries as well, like, and there are things that you need to reward yourself with, you know. So go down and find your local sports massage, whether it's Aoife and Raheen or whoever's near you. You know, definitely take advantage of that, like, and I'll see you next week, which hopefully I'll have more time to do a lot more longer sessions, because I have about 6 or 7 days off. I have 6 days off. I think I have 1 day of work in between, and I'm going to try to do some nice long sessions this time for a change. And I might do my long one today as part of the Keeper Hill race. You know, it all depends on how I feel after it. I might add on another 5 miles after it, we'll see. But I'll talk to you again maybe after the race, just to give an update how it went. And if not, sure, we'll see you next week for week 3, when I'll probably start doing proper marathon training sessions. So thanks for watching, see you, bye. So Keeper Hill race just done there. Probably my best performance of the year. Up and down, 10.3 miles I think, an hour and 2 minutes. Third win in a row in the Irish mountain running. Definitely delighted with that. Down now for a dip in the water to cool down the legs.
I won't come off anyway, that's for sure.
Woo. Oh yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, here we go. One way to get rid of lactic acid.
Oh, they've been the Lily.
Oh yeah.
Limerick.
That'll suit you up. How'd you find it, Barry?
Good now, yeah, it's very good. Good to be back in the hills.
Nice day for it.
It is, yeah, it is.
Aoife, thanks for sorting my legs out.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I'll be back again down the line. I just need to put a bit more punishment on my legs.
Sean.
Sean, good.
Well done.
Good man, great stuff.
The Terminator.
Here. Hello, Gar.
Hi, Gar.
Great running, man. Well done.
Hello, buddy.
Well done, boy.
Race director extraordinaire.
Having me lunch here.
Well done, though, man.
So the Beatles were in the top 3 again today. Connor, what have we got to say about today? The heat.
Top 3 is more aha than the Beatles, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was killer heat out there. Yeah, I think I felt every single step. It's one of those ones where every step is a battle. Anyway.
That's good. That'll set you up for Carn Tool next week.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy it. Hopefully it's hot.
Provided it's not like in heat like this anyway.
I'm not doing it, so I hope it's really hot. Oh, what a savage day. Super hot. Super warm. Great race. That was probably my best performance of the year on the hills. Ran really good today. Ran within myself. You know, I ran out and ran my own race, and I kept the effort nice and steady. I didn't push too hard when I didn't have to, and when I got to the top then, just pushed it hard on the way down. So I got a really good workout, up and down, 63 minutes. So there's a record there for someone if they want to go and have a lash and see what kind of condition they're in for the World Masters. You know, I'm probably in great form now, like, I know it's early days yet, but if I can hold on to that form come September, I'll be very confident that I'm going to run well. And I did some great sessions over there with Enda when he was training for the European Championships, and we were going up there to Keeper Hill from that starting point, and I think we went up in 38 minutes, and today I went up in 36 minutes, so it was a nice hot pace, and came down then. I was hitting about 5-minute miles on the way down, really fast, and I was running solo for most of the race, and I still kept the foot on the gas, like, so I didn't slow down. I went as hard as I could without overdoing it, and it was a great workout. So 63 minutes, mostly in the threshold zone, and then on some of the steep parts, obviously the heart rate went a bit red. I didn't mind that. It has to be done. You have to get up the hills, and that's my last race now till Clonmel, unless I can find another one on holidays. But you know, that'll stand to me hopefully in September. So I was glad to get that done. Great atmosphere there today. A great crowd. So that's the end of week 2 on a positive note. 16 miles for the day, just over 10 in the race, and then with the warm up and cool down I got in another 6, and so that's my long run done today, and my legs actually feel good. I actually feel great, and I could probably do another couple of miles, and that's probably the way you want to feel after doing the race. So maybe now I can get some nice miles in for the rest of the week, because I have night shift and I'm going to be working on weekend. So I've got a really top load this week, and I should see me hit the 80 mile mark anyway before I get to the nights, hopefully. What I usually do is, when I'm starting my training cycle, I usually change my training to a Sunday, and that way then I start my first day of the week with a long run. So my week will start off at Sunday. So if I count my week starting from today, I have 16 miles, and then the next couple of days I'll be probably getting 15 every day, and I'm in working as well on Tuesday, I think. So I'll get in a couple of doubles, and hopefully I'll hit the 80 mile mark for this week before I kind of get into the night shift. Usually before I go to work on Friday, I could do maybe 10 to 15 miles, and that'll be one of those days where I will be carrying that runner on me all night on the shift, and then I won't sleep till the next day. But you know, I wouldn't say I'm used to it now, but I have to do it, and that's what I'll probably do, just to get the miles in. And then when I get to the end of the month, I'll have a couple of weeks holidays, and hopefully get some good sessions in. So that was week 2 anyway. Thanks for watching, and any questions regarding Lactate Threshold or your Garmin watch, don't be afraid to ask on the comments. It's something I use all the time, and it works for me, especially when I did my 2:29 in London. So you know, I have a bit of faith in my watch. You just need to set it up properly. So take care and happy running. Bye.